שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים.
שבת אחים גם יחד. We are on page 10, and the words mean how good it is to be here together.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים.
And the words mean how good it is. And the words mean how good it is to be here together.
שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד. We're going to continue welcoming Shabbat in song, Boi Kala, the words of Chaim Nachman Bialik, the sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come, let us welcome Shabbat. We're on page 10 at the bottom. And you can either do the easy part, which is Boi Kala over and over, or if you're feeling more daring with the Hebrew, join with Rabbi Karen, Hachama Merosh, the words are there. Boi Kala, Boi Kala. That's how easy it is. Boi Kala, Boi Kala. Let's all try that one more time. Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi. You can either join Rabbi Karen or stay with me. Boi Kala, Boi one more time. Boi Kala, Boi Kala. Shabbat Shalom. That sounded really, really nice. And it looks really nice. And with any luck, in 2 or 3 weeks, we'll see the rest of everyone's faces, if you're fully vaccinated, and for those who are not, hopefully soon. But it's really good to be together. The sun is entering our sanctuary. It's kind of a dream to be back and to hear our voices. If you're joining us on the live stream, we welcome you as well, and we're glad that you can join us. If everyone wants to turn around and wave, you can wave to the camera. Not only is it Shabbat, but this Shabbat will be welcoming Ben Gaffin into the adult community at Temple Beth David as we celebrate his bar mitzvah. So that's a simcha. We also start Pride Month as we celebrate all of our diversity, all of our pride, especially that within the LGBTQ community and throughout the service, we'll be recognizing Pride Shabbat and recognizing that it's not important who you love, it's important that you love, and that we all share in that as human beings. Take a moment to say Shabbat Shalom to the people around you. Give a fist bump or an elbow bump. We're going to continue now that we've said Shabbat Shalom. I know it's a little bit hard for some of you who are used to Rabbi Karen. It's fine. Take your time. It's been a long time. I know many of you are used to a third rabbi leading the service, which is Rabbi Iggy. He's at home. We're sorry that he's not with us too tonight. Of course, we miss him. Maybe he got on the computer. I don't know.
That's our dog.
We're going to continue on page 24. We've said Shabbat Shalom to one another. We welcome the angels of Shabbat into our midst. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We are delighted to invite Dania Gaffin, mother of Ben Gaffin, to light our Shabbat candles this evening. You can find the blessing on page 2. And I'll just draw your attention as we bring in the light of Shabbat. As Rabbi Micah mentioned, we bring in all the diversity of the spectrum of light with our rainbow candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Dania.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we wanted to add the blessing of Shehechianu at this moment. If you'd like the words, they're in the back of the prayer book on page 344. Although past President David Wang is not here, if he were, he would say that this is a Shehechianu moment. Yeah, and although some of us have been here in our sanctuary, our students and B'nai Mitzvah, and certainly your rabbis, as we've been here officiating at Life Cycle, for some of you, it's your first time back. And Shechianu is our blessing of first and blessing of gratitude and thanks. So maybe it's thanks to the weather that we're not outside, but it is just especially thankful that we've reached this time in our health and in COVID that we can actually be back together indoors. So we'll invite you to join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
For those at home, we'll look forward to welcoming you back here in person as well. When you are ready, we're going to join in Lachado Diaz. Again, we welcome the Shabbat Bride, page 20, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And at the last verse, if you are comfortable and able, you're welcome to face the doors and welcome in Shabbat.
Shabbat mekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Yishmianu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litila lecha dodi likrat Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat, mekabela. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'necha, ki mekor ha'beracha, berosh mikedem, nesucha sof ma'aseh, v'machshavat tchila lecha. Kevod Adonai, alayich nigla lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, mekabela. Oi v'shalom. Ateret ala gam b'simcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala
page 26, Chatzi Kaddish, will lead us into our call to prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, ve'imeru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'olam olam me'amaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, ve'yishtabach, ve'yitpa'ar, ve'yitromam, ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitadar, ve'yitaleh, ve'yitalal, shemei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, ve'imeru, amen. Page 28, we'll begin with English words that remind us to be awake and alert and present as we are called into prayer.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I
prepared? Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai.
For a few of our prayers, I'm going to offer an alternative English translation that comes from this Siddur, this prayer book called Mishkan Ga'ava, where pride dwells, and it's in the Mishkan series of our Reform Siddurim, just came out a year ago. You can see the rainbows, and it's a collection of Jewish rituals, Jewish prayers celebrating the LGBTQ community. So this is a prayer called Twilight People that reflects Ma'ariv Aravim on page 30, the blending of light and seasons. As the sun sinks and the colors of the day return, we offer a blessing for the twilight. For twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. All of us are twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined. All of us have many identities and loves, many genders and none. All of us are in between roles and at the intersection of histories. All of us are crisscrossed paths of memory and destination, streaks of light swirled together. We are neither day nor night. We are both, neither and all. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, and widen our vision. May this in-between light illuminate our way to the God who transcends all categories and definitions. May the in-between people who have come to pray be lifted into this twilight. We cannot always be defined, but we can always say a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
We join together in the prayer for God's love for the people Israel and the gift of Torah on page 32. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. We're going to invite Ben Gaffin up to our beam to lead us in Ve'ahavta, these words from Torah on page 36.
Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol vavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alvavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbacha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'o al yadecha v'hayu letotavot bein einecha uktavtam al mizuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kiddushim le'Elohehem ani Adonai Elohehem asher hoseti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem Elohim ani Adonai Elohehem.
We invite you to join with us in the Song of the Sea on page 40, our ancient words of redemption, reminding us to still fight and stand up for equality and justice wherever we see that equality and justice are still needed. Mi chamocha.
Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai yai la lai lai la 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 lai.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'chodesh,
Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'elianu ve'ameru, Ze'elianu ve'ameru.
Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, Adonai imloch leolam ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Israel. Before we join in Hashkivenu on page 42, our prayer for shelter and safety in the evening, I offer these words again from Mishkan Ga'ava. God, place me in a safe environment where I do not need to fear for my safety when I am with my significant other. Help create a world where I can hold their hand, be affectionate, and love my partner without hatred, causing harm to my physical and emotional well-being. Keep me, my family, and my partner safe when our existence and love is tried by those who do not accept us and our lives. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We bless you, Adonai, our God, guardian of Israel and all people.
Pages 42 and 43, you'll find our setting for Hashkivenu. By Noah Aronson, he uses some English from the left side of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. And then we add the Hebrew at the top of 42.
Understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. V'hamidenu, Shomrenu L'chaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukat Shlomecha. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, and Adonai Eloheinu among us. Hashkivenu, peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. page 45. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day. We rise in body or in spirit on page 46 for our tefillah, our central prayer.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham be'ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol ata rav le'oshia, Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot umidom melach, melech mimit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. We invite you to continue silently with the words on the pages or to take a moment for your own prayers and to take in the beauty of our sanctuary. Feel free to be seated when you're ready. We'll come back together for our prayer for peace and wholeness, page 60.
Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha. Tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha. Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha. Tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha. Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Again, it is so nice to hear your voices, those who are here with us in our sanctuary and those at home. We hope you're singing as well. We're going to move into our prayer for healing on page 253. And I will offer one other interpretation from this special Siddur, Misha Berach, a prayer for healing for coming out. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and David, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, Rachel, and Ruth, bless all who have come forward bravely to proclaim his, her, their identities in this community and beyond. May they grow in self-understanding and rejoice in their newly claimed identity. May their courage be a model for others who yearn to reveal hidden parts of themselves. May they receive love, warmth, and support from community, family, and friends. May their public act inspire us to deepen our commitment to work for a time when gay men, lesbians, bi, queer, and transgender people will no longer suffer from hatred and prejudice, and will live in harmony and peace. Vinomar, amen, and let us say amen. And you can find the words for our prayer for healing of body, of spirit, of emotional health, whatever is needed at this time for you and your loved ones. We especially pray for these members of our community: Colin Monroe, Jerry Seligman, Mary Lou Hole, Janet Watson, Paul Robillard, Elizabeth Hill, Kelso Silva, Enrico Mascaro, Deborah Booker, Dick Feibelman, Amy Seich, Robert Bloom, Annalie Stone, Bernard Tarr, Benjamin Horowitz, Bradley Dichter, Matteo Goldman, Judy Cook, Fruma Bat Harav Jacob Visonia, Dan Ruggiero, Toby Weiner, Svetlana Rabinovich, Dalia Harel, Esya Rushavskaya, Amy Fasberg-Kurtz, Eileen Arnone, Charles Atkins, Marilyn Breyer, Jean Sands, and Bryce H. If you'd like to name any others, you're welcome to add their names.
Chobisa. Mi shebirach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. So I have a question for all of you. How many of you read the special email that went out today about tonight's service and reopening? Tim Hollander, thank you. Or a few hands. So the question is, did you read the fine print where it said no sermon? And were you so sad? All right, we know we promised, but this is what happens. I was glancing at the Torah portion. So a brief word of Torah to share with all of you, because I'm actually going to mainly leave the Torah teaching to Ben Gaffin tomorrow morning, and I highly recommend you tune in because it is excellent. Our Torah portion, Shalach Lecha, in the book of Numbers, is bookended by sight. Now, the very beginning of the portion, which Ben will talk about tomorrow morning, Moses sends out scouts, 12 to be exact, to check out the land of Israel ahead of the rest of the Israelite people, and they are supposed to report back to the people about what they saw. Now, at the very end of this portion, we have the following reminder from God. God spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and bid them that they make throughout their generations tzitzit, or fringes, on the corners of their garments, and that they put with the fringe of each corner a thread of techelet." We're going to come back to that word, techelet, loosely translated as blue. "And it shall be for you a fringe that you may look upon it and remember all of the commandments of God and do them, so that you do not go about after your own heart and eyes or go astray, that you may remember and do all of my commandments. I am the eternal, your God." So you can see the bookends. The tzitzit, or fringes, that we now see on the talit are supposed to serve as visual reminders of the commandments, a reminder, in fact, of all 613. Now, you can see the biblical commandment mentions this word techelet, which is translated as blue, but no one really knew what it was. And I do have a brief show and tell for you. My talit now has some blue on it, but of course, nowadays, and perhaps you have your own talit, you can look at Rabbi Micah's, you don't. So, and I just brought a few, so. I'm not even going to take it out of the bag because I just, you can still see the colors, the talit matches. So you can see, by the way, the 7th graders, see, Ben knows this because we did our talit try-on with all our pre-bar and bat mitzvah students. So they saw our whole collection. Rabbis have to have a lot of talitot because, you know, it's a little bit of a fashion thing too. But anyways, you can see all of my colors. This is, of course, my Women of the Wall talit. So nowadays, our prayer shawl comes in many colors. And the thing is, over time, I discovered
Jews debated what color this original blue was. And in fact, many of you will not be surprised from our Talmud class, there is a lengthy Talmudic debate about whether it is the blue of the sky, the blue of the ocean, perhaps a deep dark purple, almost of that twilight as the sun sets. And there's a midrash that takes it one step further. So the midrash says that Techelet resembles the sea, and the sea is like the grasses, and the grasses are like the trees, and the trees are like the firmament, and the firmament is like the radiance, and the radiance is like the rainbow, and the rainbow is like the divine image. Selam Elohim. So the rabbis took this one color and made this one color into many, extending to greens and other earth colors, to light, and eventually into all of the colors of the rainbow. So I thought I would just share one other piece with you from this special Siddur. I actually did not know this, but on the rainbow flag that symbolizes the LGBTQ movement and freedom, Gilbert Baker, who was the creator of this rainbow flag, actually identified a special symbol for each of the colors. So he described it as follows, that red symbolizes life, orange symbolizes healing, yellow equals sun or sunlight, green equals nature, indigo equals harmony, and violet symbolizes spirit. Now, in Jewish tradition, the rainbow symbolizes the promise that God made to humanity to not destroy the earth again after the covenant with Noah and the flood. And in Judaism, the rainbow symbolizes the promise of our ongoing relationship with God and humanity. So I'll just end with this teaching by Rabbi Denise Egger. She's a longtime rabbi in Los Angeles and the editor of the Siddur, and I had the honor of serving with her on the Central Conference of American Rabbis board. She's a past president of the whole governing body of Reform rabbis, and she writes the following. The promise contained in the first rainbow, God's promise to Noah, is the promise today of hope, righteousness, renewal, and justice. Blessings will continue to flow from it. The true colors of light will lead the way. Let your true colors shine forth like the rainbow. We're going to add one more song, which you have on your pink paper, and this song includes the blessing for the rainbow. And whether it's a flag, whether it's your talit, hopefully lots of visual reminders for all of us to see the image of God in the full spectrum of life. So this is a contemporary version of this prayer for seeing a rainbow written by Dan Nichols, who our teens know well. He's written a lot of the music that we sing. And sorry for those who are at home, we can't screen share our words here, but the refrain is love,
easy.
So you can get it.
Forgot that this was on. All right. Thank you for that midrash. I'd never heard that. And I mentioned that to Gary Kaplan. He said, see what you get when you come to services? And I was right.
Know.
So I learned something.
And I hadn't heard it either when I put in the email, no sermon, and then I was reading and I saw it. I'm like, I got to share this. It's great.
Whatever you are, whatever I am, we are more than woman or man. Whatever you are, whatever I am, we are more than woman or man. I met a girl in Ohio. She told me she had rainbows in her eyes. Rainbows in our eyes, we'd see where love resides.
rainbows in our eyes. The color multiplies when love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. There's a light shining through us. We are kaleidoscopes of hope. Helps us all to see what love can truly be. A gift to set us free, pure and holy. And I see you right beside me. There's never been another one like you. Do you see me right beside you? Holding on to this spinning arc of green and blue, where love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. In the end and in the beginning, faithful love and light never dimming. In the end and in the beginning, faithful love and light never dimming. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Zocher habrit v'ne'eman livrito v'kayam b'mamaro. Love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. Wherever you are, whatever I am, we are more than woman or man. Well, we hope to look forward to many more Shabbatot together this summer. As we did share in the email, we will continue to be outdoors when weather permits, but now we will come inside if we need to, and really all are welcome tomorrow morning as well. Our Leilad Minyan will meet in person at 9 a.m. You'll be down in the Beit Simcha, and then the Minyan will also be on Zoom, so for those who prefer to stay home. And of course, we are excited to join Ben Gaffin and your family as Ben is called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah at 10:30 in the morning right here in our sanctuary. And again, excellent words of Torah. If you are around this Sunday, we are looking for some helping hands anytime between 10 and 2 to help wash, clean, and organize a lot of donations we've received for our new Shalom Corner Early Learning Center. They're currently being stored in lots of closets at the temple, but we'll be outside near the playground. You can come by anytime between 10 and 2.
What's the play to work ratio? In other words, if I work for 30 minutes, how much play do I get?
Well, I think, yeah, you're going to work first and then play. I think that's how it works.
I'm going to, I'll be joining the Tornadoes minion at the softball game on Sunday. Hopefully, I don't know if we're trying to beat a team from Needham. Never know, Eli. Anyway, so I'll miss the working.
Well, it is 10 to 2, so you can come
Oh, 10 to
after.
2. I'll come after
Yeah.
the game.
And there are some
Great.
fun-looking toys. So, yes, and I will mention in next week's weekly shofar email, we do have a new, what we're calling, Allison Miller, no budget video promotion for Shalom Corner. So it will be in the email. It went out to prospective parents, but you can check that out if you're interested.
Called it a no budget.
Yes.
No budget. Right.
Oh, it is.
It's already on the
website.
website.
Oh, well, there you go. But it's Shabbat. All right, anything else? All right, please check your weekly shofar email for other programs coming up. Again, brotherhood, sisterhood, adult learning, and of course, Shabbat next week when Owen McGuire will be called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah. Thank you, as always, Tim Holliner in the back for our live stream. Pat Aronson, our temple president, for a few more weeks before you turn it over to Tim, for greeting tonight and keeping us all safe. And we're going to move into our concluding prayers. Again, we are incrementally coming back, so no food yet. Hopefully we'll get there. But, and someone asked me what's, the right protocol for greeting. Really your comfort level. If you're not comfortable hugging, just don't hug. If you don't want to shake hands, you don't need to. If you are comfortable, you're welcome to. Be assertive in terms of your own comfort level and letting people know, because this is all new, right? It's like really shehachian. It would feel so new and different, and there's no right way. So just really whatever your comfort level is.
And I think we'll keep mentioning this, that even as masks start to come off more and more for those who are vaccinated, this is always a mask-friendly community. So remember that.
All right. But especially on Purim. All right, page 282. If you're able, we rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach. Aleinu L'Shabeach Ladon HaKol
Latikula liotzer breshit Shelo asanu kigoye ha'aratzot Velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama Shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegoralenu kechol hamonam, vanachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad
Ushemo
Remain standing as we recall the names of loved ones, and saying their names, we bring their memories into our hearts and souls. This Shabbat, we are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning and remembrance for Peachy Marsh, mother of Paul, mother-in-law of Nancy, grandmother of Susanna, Aaron, and Leslie, and Bobby Weller, father of Dan, father-in-law of Lisa, and grandfather of Sophie. It's the Yahrzeit in this Shabbat, the anniversaries of death of Stanley Allen, Alden Aronson, Lee Casper, Edward Cohen, Barry Greenwald, Jean Ann Hoffman, Anita Noah Greenberg, Louis Rubin, Jeffrey Lee Stoloff, and Beatrice Walensky. If you're remembering someone this Shabbat, I invite you to share your loved one's name here in the sanctuary or at home. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and we join together in reciting the Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash mirabah. Be'alma divrach yute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. V'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ulamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmed kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. And we say together, Amen.
Amen. We're going to say the blessings of Kiddush and Motzi before our concluding song, since we can't go and eat together. So it's a little bit of a symbolic Kiddush and Motzi. But nonetheless, Ben is going to lead us because he is ready. And hopefully when you go home, you can get a little wine or grape juice or challah. And we are on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava uvratzon, inhilanu, zikaron l'maaseh, v'reishit. Ki hu yom tehila lamikra kodesh zeher l'tzion mitzrayim ki anu b'harta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodecha Ba'ahava uvratzon kinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-shabbat. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
All right, Shabbat Shalom. Excellent. All right, you guys can take it home. All right, Ben, we'll see you here tomorrow morning. Yeah, you can take it. This is your cup. All right, as you can see, Ben is ready. All right, we're going to conclude with words of peace, Oseh Shalom. And again, we're going to encourage folks to not linger around too much, but definitely greet one another and say Shabbat Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav
Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu
ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru עשה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back.